Wake that ass up.
Get up and get turned up with DeDe in the morning.
So give it up for LMA.
LMA's in the building.
Thank you for having me.
All right. So, yes, girl, let me just say this. That song, first time I heard it, everybody was like, oh, my God, who is this woman? This song is amazing. And then there was some controversy about who the song was about. Who's the song about, LMA?
The person who it's about knows that it's for them.
It's
so,
it's somebody you were really involved with, huh?
Yeah.
And what happened? Did he break your heart and you were like, I'm going to go and I'm going to write this song?
No, I mean,
know.
Buddha, the song
I
is
know.
about still being with someone and
Yeah.
still being infatuated with someone. So it's definitely about being in love. So.
Yeah, but you did
That's
say in
smooth.
the song. The song is like, you know, I'm gonna basically be stalking you and in love with you until I find somebody
Yeah,
that's
but
better.
it wasn't in a sense of like the relationship is done. And I was just just thinking about it, saying like, I'll never get over you until I find someone.
LMA, hold on a second,
That was
girl.
nice
Did he do it
work
right?
there.
He did it right. She was like, yes, I've been there before too.
I feel like that's why everyone loves the song, because I feel like everyone's been in that
For
position.
sure.
So.
So have you found someone new to get me high like you?
Maybe I have. Maybe I haven't.
You know what?
Maybe I'm still with that person. Who knows?
Oh my God.
Exactly.
By the way, you know this, just so you know, I'm so infatuated with your accent.
Oh, thank you.
I always used to love wanting to talk like that when I was a kid. Okay. And I know everybody does it to you. Tell us a little bit about you, because I understand you were discovered really on Instagram.
Yeah, so I'm from London, but I lived in New York for 5 years. I went to high school in New York.
How was that moving to New York
I
from
know it.
London? And you were like 12, right?
Yeah, it was different. It was definitely different. Because like being 12, you're trying to find yourself also. You're in like that weird stage of life. So then moving to somewhere that's like London and New York are quite similar in the fact that they're like both major cities, both walking cities. In that sense, but the culture is very different.
Yeah.
And so it was definitely different. I'd visited New York a lot because I have family there, so I'd visited on vacation before. But living somewhere is so different, obviously. So the first year I was there, I didn't really like it.
Right.
But as I went to high school and kind of like put my feet in and was getting used to it, I started to love it, and now I love New York. Like,
Okay.
I'm so glad I went there. I lived there for 5 years, but
On Instagram, you were saying you were discovered on
yeah.
Instagram.
So I went back to London from New York once I graduated high school, and I went to school for music. And I was originally in a girl group, and that didn't work out. And
Weren't y'all on X Factor?
yeah, on the English X Factor, yeah. And that didn't work out. So I kind of just was saying to myself one day randomly, like, what can I do for the world to see me? Because my friends know I can sing, my family know I can sing, but like, so I just, and this was when Instagram first released Instagram video. So you can only do 15 seconds. You can't do the minute that you can do now. Yeah, and I just decided to put a cover on Instagram, and the very first one that I put up got reposted by the Shade Room, and that's how.
Wow.
What was the song? What was the song?
Fetty
You did?
Wap 679.
Oh, can we hear you do the cover of that?
It's very early in the morning.
Oh my God.
Just a little.
Do
Because
the,
we love your voice.
do the 15-second version
Yeah.
like you
It's-
did before.
It's way too early.
Really?
It's still on my Instagram if you want to see it.
Okay, wait. So from that
at that.
point to now, how long ago would you say that was?
That was 3 years ago.
3 years.
Yeah.
And it took, were you like blown away that it happened fast for you? Do you feel like that or no?
I definitely think it's fast in the sense of like industry is, because people can work for ages. But I've been working really
That's
hard
amazing.
for 3 years. Like,
Yeah.
3 years, like
I'm
I
such a
said.
loser. Like, she changed her life on Instagram. I'm sending eggplants in
Still.
people's DMs.
So everybody, we are talking to LMA, of course, and she's, of course, the woman that sings "Booed Up." And now, when you look at it, it's been remixed and everything else. Do you have a favorite remix though that you've heard that you're like, I love this one?
To be honest, all of the ones I heard, I loved, because I was so like excited about the fact that people wanted to remix it themselves. Like I think Plies was the first version that I heard, and then Fab put out one. We put out the official remix with Nicki Minaj and Quavo, and then T-Pain did one.
T-Pain's is
Yeah.
so dope. I love his. Yeah.
So to be honest, all of them, I was just really happy that people wanted to remix it on their own and just like loved the song that much.
For you, starting on the X-Files, you tried out, you guys did that, but you didn't make it all the way through. Do you want to go back and talk to the judges and go, ha, I got a career? Like, do you want to go back and just tell them you were wrong?
No, I think there's a reason why they said no. Maybe we weren't ready, or maybe it just wasn't right.
Were you
And
the lead singer then, too?
We didn't really have a lead singer. Like it was 3 of us, and we kind of all sang the equal amount.
Yeah, it's glad you got out of there. That would have been a problem at some point.
But no, I don't want to. I wouldn't go back. I think it was the right decision because obviously I'm not in that group anymore and now I'm doing my own thing.
Do you still talk to those other members? Like, are they kind of upset that you made
Or
it
are
so
they a
big?
success?
I would hope they're not upset. We don't talk anymore. We kind of grew apart.
Oh, they
It was
gotta
quite
be
a while
sick.
ago. So.
Oh yeah, they're sick. I promise you, they're sick about it.
What are their names? Latoya and Tom Dodge.
Oh my
God.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Michelle.
Let's not do that. That's not nice.
I
That's
know,
not nice.
I know, that was a bad joke.
I do
Okay.
have a question for you though.
Yeah.
So you're my understanding, I could be incorrect. You're half Jamaican.
Yes.
So do you cook Jamaican food? What's your favorite Jamaican dish? I'm half Jamaican too, so I understand, honey.
Well, I actually have this Bob Marley shirt on today because it's Jamaican Independence
yes,
Day.
it
so.
is.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
it
why
is.
Jay
Nice.
smoked
Go,
this
girl.
morning. I was wondering.
But no, I can't cook it, unfortunately. I'm still teaching myself how to cook. I just moved out not that long ago, so I'm still trying to teach myself. But my
Wait.
grandma,
Wait, hold on a second. You were singing and recording and traveling and you were living at home, girl, and being a big time star. I love that. That is so great.
I was trying to remember, wait, hold on, yeah.
Yeah, that's so great though. Oh my God, I
Yeah.
love hearing stories like that.
Yeah, so my grandma cooks all of the Jamaican food. So
Yes.
even my mum's not really that good at it either. No offense, mum.
Oh my God.
But that's because my grandma always cooks it and she doesn't want anyone else to cook. So
Yeah.
it's like we just don't even have a chance. But right now I'm pescatarian. So so I guess my favorite dish would be, I don't know, curry shrimp.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds good.
What
right
about
now.
the stars? Like now that you're in this business and all the stars, like we just saw where Cardi B put up something where she was with the Kardashians. And she
Yeah.
said, I'm finally rich or something like I'm in the rich people's club. Has there been a moment like that for you where you met a star and you went, I've made it?
Yep.
No, I don't think there's been a moment where I've met someone and said I've made it, but I've met people who I was like, wow, when I was little, these are people that I
Yeah.
look up to. And so that's been amazing.
Which
But
one? Like name a few that you met and you were like, wow.
You just in a room with him and you're
Yeah.
like,
Chris Brown for sure. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm a huge Chris Brown fan. So when I met Chris Brown, I was like, wow, if my 16-year-old self knew that this would have happened, I would have been like dead on the floor.
Wow.
So
Would you ever think about dating Chris Brown?
dating.
Yeah.
Aren't we here to talk about music? I didn't know we was here to talk about relationships.
I mean, you know, we talk about everything on this show.
No, I'm not. This is about the music.
yeah.
Look at the smile on
I
her
know.
No,
face.
I'm not, honestly, I'm so, at the moment especially, I'm so far away from that right now, because I'm just concentrating on my career. So,
That's good.
So you're trying to keep things private.
I'm a very private person.
Right.
So, yeah.
we
so-
can tell because
I know
every
it.
time we ask about
You're good with
Who's the song about? He knows who he is.
So wait, Chris Brown would be one you were in a room with. You were like, wow, who else?
I was in the same room as Beyonce. I didn't actually speak to her because I was almost dead on the floor, like I said. But she just her aura is insane. Like the moment she walks in the room, it's like, okay, that's Beyonce.
Yeah.
So that was also like a moment where I was like, wow, okay, I'm in the same room as Beyonce. I'm trying to think of who else. There's quite a few people actually.
Who's picked up the phone, LMA, and they said, I want to do a song with you now.
You know what happened like a week ago, which I was like, I couldn't believe it. I had to call my mum. Stevie Wonder called.
What?
No,
Did Stevie
that
Wonder
is
call
like
you?
major.
Yes.
Get out of here.
Well, he didn't call my phone. He called my manager's phone. But it was. I was in the middle of a photo shoot, and my manager's like, "Oh, Stevie Wonder's on the phone," and I'm like, "Excuse me,
Wow.
who was on the phone?" Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was insane. I still have to pinch myself. Yeah, so
Who is there one that you really, really want to work
Yeah,
with?
whose call are you waiting on?
Yeah. you're
Lauren
like,
Hill.
Lauren Hill, yes.
That
I'm
would
not
be
being funny, but good
insane.
luck with that because we've been waiting. Let me tell you, the Fugees are waiting. Everybody's
happen.
waiting.
Don't
I'll
worry
wait.
about
I'll
Mike.
wait.
But God bless.
I'll happily wait.
Oh
I'll
my
happily
God,
wait.
I love her. You would. She would be the main one.
Yeah.
Dang it. Are you what about acting? Are you interested in acting or doing anything like that?
Yeah. Later on down the line. Yeah. I used to go to performing arts school when I was little. So.
Oh, wow. So you know how to do all that stuff.
Well, I used to. I haven't done it in a while. So.
How many instruments? Do you play any kind of instruments or anything?
I started learning piano when I was a little bit younger, but I wouldn't say I can really play the piano. I know where the notes are and stuff like that to create a melody, but nothing serious.
and you write all your songs, your own songs?
Yeah, and co-write.
And, okay, wait, how do you get where do you write at? Like, you have to go and sit in your room in a dark room with a candle? Do you have Hennessy on the side of you?
No Hennessy.
I mean, do you smoke? What do you do?
No, I just I'm very it's a lot about comfortability for me. So I just go in I use the same studio most of the time. And I'll just go in there and write. The lights will probably be low, like candles, like you said, but
But do you set a time or do you have to have a feeling? Like, do you say, I'm going to the studio now, I'm going to write a song? Or do you have to have that thing clicking and you were like, okay, now
it can be both. there's times where I've had like set up a session and I can go and make a song and it can be about what I'm not even feeling. And there's time where I could really be feeling something and go to the studio and it doesn't work. Like so, it literally just depends on the day.
So what's the toughest thing about being a celebrity? Because I mean, this is over the last 3 years, so life has flipped upside down for you. What would you think? What would you say is the hardest thing about being LMA, like the LMA right now?
To be honest, everything happened so quickly in like the last 6 months. I don't even really consider myself a celebrity. I know people say it to me, but in my head, I'm still like. Wow. So
I am too. I feel the same way.
I don't think it's hit me like properly yet.
Yeah.
So I haven't had like a moment where I'm like, this is hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And clear up the rumor. You're not her.
I'm
You're
not her. It's funny because her is opening up for Chris Brown on his tour, and she brought me out in Barclays Center in New York. So how people could think we're the same person when there's two people on stage?
But I swear to God, it was a meme or something on Instagram. I laughed so hard. I was like, they said this is the same person, y'all.
Yeah,
You're not going to see him in the same room.
No, well, yeah, we're three different people. Me, Caesar, and her.
I love it though.
But DeDe, let's do our job.
You are the future of R&B too. I will tell you that.
We'll end that rumor, but we're gonna start a new rumor that a song with you and Lauryn Hill will be coming out.
Speak it into existence.
Yes.
It'll be coming out.
Yes.
We'll start that one for you.